Hey guys, Smokey here with another new review. Actually, sorry, I'm kind of tired. It is almost 12:30 in the morning. I wanted to let you guys know I was making a completion video for Tmnt, the movies I reviewed, and I forgot the 2007 movie, which used to be my favorite movie besides the original. So yeah, in my opinion, it is not that bad. I really enjoyed the movie when I was younger. I watched it not too long ago. It dragged out a little bit. I do I wish I would have read the prequel comics. I didn't know it had prequel comics until a couple of years ago. That show, it gives a little bit more context to why the turtles are doing what the turtles are doing besides what the movie shows. I feel like there was a lot of stuff left on the cutting room floor. And I really wish it would have gotten the sequels because the sequel ideas for that movie were so awesome. I know we're not really talking about the movie at the moment, but the second one was supposed to be the Turtles and Splinter, except for Mikey, all got turned back into pre-mutated animals. And there's even a poster for it. And that would have been so cool to see how Mikey dealt with that because this would have been, before they did The Last Ronin. This was years ago because the TMNT movie came out in 07. That one probably would have came out between 2010 and 2012. And that would have been so cool to see. Then they were going to make the third one was something about Shredder. And I would have watched it too. That would have been awesome. I really wish this universe could have gotten off the ground. I mean, they had Chris Evans as Casey Jones. And the guy that played Splinter was the original Uncle Iroh. This movie could have, this series could have been good. I mean, granted, the guy that played Uncle Iroh died not too long after this, but still. Also, if you guys didn't know, the studio got shut down because of the Astro Boy movie, if I remember right. That's the movie that killed that studio. But yeah, so let's talk about the movie. So the movie opens up with Leo in the jungle. And he is kind of they look at him as he's like a spirit thing from the jungle, and he's protecting a village, and he may or may not have killed a dude. It is never confirmed if he kills the guy or not. He's kind of like a terrorist, like if you had a jungle mafioso, basically, is what the dude is. And he goes back to America after April tracks him down, saying the family needs him. Mikey is working as a party person, like a kid's party clown type thing. Donatello is doing customer support, and Raph basically is playing vigilante, even though nobody wants him to play vigilante anymore. And the whole reason Leo goes away is to better himself, and which I think is good because if you're looked at as the oldest brother, which is how I always kind of vision Leo as he's the leader. You always want to better, and I'm also an oldest brother. You want to better yourself so your siblings don't do what you did, and they can learn from what you did, so they know what not to do. So yeah, and Leo and Raph, which is kind of like me and both my brothers right now. If you know what scene I'm talking about, that's halfway through the movie where Leo and Raph do the one thing we'll talk about in a minute. But they're all doing their own thing, and Splinter's just Splinter. He kind of reminds me of like a good mix of the '90s Splinter and the 2003 cartoon Splinter. It's actually Brian. We've met many times. But he is awesome. I love the Splinter in this movie. Plus, it's one of the only times you really get to see Splinter fight in a movie. And the only other time I think is the first Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie. I don't think he fights at all in the second one because he's knocked out or whatever. But so yes, this movie is awesome. And Raph kind of expresses his anger to Casey, saying when Casey catches him as the Knight Rider, he goes, "I can tell who you are," which is bad if Casey Jones can figure out who you are because Casey isn't exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. But it's such a good movie, and then the Turtles kind of start getting back into things once Leo comes home. And also there's a scene where Mikey goes into the sewer to go home, and that scene is one of my favorite scenes ever. Like him skating through the sewer and stuff. That is pretty cool. But now let's just talk about one scene before we talk about my favorite part of the movie. So when they start showing these 13 monsters that are coming through, which reminds me of the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo. Raph meets one of them, and that fight is just so funny. Him fighting the little red monster. I love that. Now, let's get to my favorite part. So, you can feel a tension as soon as Leonardo gets home, building up between him and Raph. And this movie handles it really well, in my opinion. And it gets to a point where Leo not knowing that Raph is the Night Watcher until he knocks the mask off of Raph and he beats him. And they start fighting because Raph's pretty much pissed. I don't remember if Raph breaks Leonardo's swords or if they get broken by the Stone Hunters. I don't know what they're called. But he finally kind of gets like an one up on Leo, and he don't know what to do because he actually bested the leader. So he starts running away, and then Leo's getting attacked and kidnapped because they think he's one of the 13 monsters. So they have to go, fight Winters and the Stone People and save him. And it's cool because April actually dresses up, and this is one of the only other times you actually see a badass April besides the 2012 show. And if you want to count Rise, I don't remember if she really fought much in the 2003 show, and she really don't fight much in the 90s movies. And Megan Fox don't fight because it's Megan Fox, But yeah, that's literally all I gotta say about this movie. So yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on notifications. Also, I don't know how often I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try to live stream at least once a week. It may be late at night, it may not be, it may just be on my days off from work when I stay up. So stick tuned to that. He'll probably just be me talking to my buddies, playing games with them. I'm not 100% sure. It depends. I know if I go to my grandma's one night, I might live stream while I'm there before I go to bed, just because. But yeah, that's it. Peace.